Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina from Venezuela, beautiful Venezuela. And we went through the K1 visa process just like you guys. 22 months of waiting and waiting and waiting. And now Karina is waiting for her green card. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting for her green card to get adjudicated. We live in the Panhandle of Florida. So her green card application went to Chicago. There's basically three places where your green card application can go. It can either go to Chicago, it can go to Phoenix, Arizona, or it can go to Elgin, Illinois. Those are the three places where your green card applications will go. Depends on where you live. And Caleb Hertu, Diego, I have many questions, and I just translated. Mucho preguntas. Okay, many questions. Come on, Caleb. That's why we're here, right? We are here to answer your questions. This is your YouTube channel, guys. It's not our YouTube channel. I already know how to do this. I can create a green card account. I can apply for a green card in my sleep. I can write a K1 visa package while I'm walking down the street with both hands carrying something. Caleb, our visa got approved on April 10th. Well, you get that's a Mountain Dew salute right there. Ro Figueroa, saludos Diego and Karina from Puerto Rico. And saludos Ro in Puerto Rico and everybody in Puerto Rico. Caleb said his K1 visa, you're in a K1, right? Your K1 visa is at the NVC, which is the National Visa Center, which is in New Hampshire, which is way up north on the east coast of the United States. Okay, Caleb. Now, you said you got lots of questions. What are the questions? Kaur, how long does it take after biometrics for the work permit? 2 to 3 months. It's taking 2 to 3 months. And then it's taking about 4 to 5 months to get the green card. Caleb, when and how do I pay the visa fee? Okay, so your K1 visa, you got approved. It's at the National Visa Center. Which embassy are we talking about? What embassy? Caleb, which embassy? What country? Help me out here. Okay, but once it gets to the NVC, when your country, wherever your beneficiary lives, whenever the U.S. Embassy isn't busy, Ciudad Juarez. Okay, so Mexico. So now what you're going to do, what happens with Ciudad Juarez is that they schedule the visa interview for K1s. Now, 99% of all other embassies around the world, it's up to the sponsor or the beneficiary to schedule the visa interview. But in this case, the embassy in Mexico will schedule it for you. So now you're going to be waiting for the in-transit status, the ready status, and when it gets to the embassy, then when you see the ready status, send an email to the embassy in Ciudad Juarez and check in with them. In the subject line of your email, you're going to put the receipt number from your NOA2 letter so they can identify your case and your beneficiary's full name, date of birth, and her passport number. And Caleb, when and how do I pay the visa fee? When you get the ready status from the embassy in Ciudad Juarez. It's a consulate in Mexico. It's on the border of the United States. It's real close to the border of the United States. Arocomoni, hey Diego, I'm in the United States now. What's the next thing to do for adjustment of status? You got to get married. You get to America, you get married, and then you apply for the green card. You are now going to be applying for your green card, Arocomoni. You need to watch my videos that I made for you guys on how to process a green card, adjustment of status. So what you're going to do is you're going to Google Diego Ross adjustment of status. And it will watch the videos, 20 minutes, I think it is, somewhere in there. Watch the videos and you will know how to process a green card without paying an immigration attorney $3,000 or $4,000. You do it for free right here. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney. I give you zero legal advice, and I don't work for USCIS or the State Department. And I don't work for those companies that say they'll get your visa here quickly, because there's no such thing as a quick visa. Google Diego, go into the channel, Google Diego Ross, adjustment of status, green card application, blah, 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 and you will find the videos that you need to watch to learn how to apply for the green card. That's what you're going to do now, Arocomoni. David Petch, hey Diego, my fiance passed her scary visa interview. She'll probably get her visa next week. She is set to be here May 21st. We are super excited. Well, David Petch gets a Mountain Dew salute because you got through the scary visa interview at the embassy. And it wasn't so scary, was it? It wasn't too bad, was it? M. Mikwanzanzi. Hi, Diego and Karina. I have an interview on the 14th, I'm assuming May. What are the key things I need to focus on? Of course, I've tried to prepare as much as I can. Know everything about your sponsor in the United States of America. Know everything about your sponsor. Her family, his family. Where are you going to live in America? What's your address? The immigration officer may ask you, where are you going to live in America? What's your address in America? You better know what your address is. They may ask you, have you ever been to the United States before? Have you ever been on a K-1 visa before? Have you ever applied for a tourist visa before? Even though the immigration officer knows the answer to these questions, they could ask you. Like they asked Karina, have you ever applied for a K-1 visa before? She's like, no, I've never been and done that before. This is my first time. But the immigration officer knew that. They wanted to see her reaction. They asked her, have you been to the United States before? She's like, no, I've never been to the United States. Have you ever applied for a B2 visa? No, I never have. Just be ready for any questions like that and know everything about your sponsor in America. What's his name? How tall is he? How much does he weigh? What's his favorite food? What kind of car does he drive? What's his mom's name? Does he have any brothers and sisters? Has he been married before? What's his job? How much money does he make? They could ask you any of those questions. And wear business casual. Dress business casual. Don't wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt to your K-1 visa interview. I've seen lots of people in Bogota, Colombia get their tourist visas denied because they showed up dressed like they just rolled out of bed and they couldn't afford to buy a comb to comb their hair. Appearance is very important when you are going for your K-1 visa interview. The appearance, your appearance. You are a representative of your country, and you're soon going to be a representative of the United States of America. So dress appropriately. When you get to America, then you can put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and go hang out and do whatever you want. But at the visa interview, you're going to be a business casual. Just assume you're going for a job interview. Just treat it as a job interview. Gopi Singh, my fiance, has her visa interview next week in Mumbai. That's in India, the consulate in India. Can you share from your experience what questions they might be asking her? Thank you for all that you do. Gopi, no problem. I just went over it. Okay? They could ask her, they could say, Gopi, has he ever been married before? What does Gopi do for a living? How much money does he make? Where does he work? Does he have a car? What color is his car? What's your address? Where are you going to live in America? Questions. Basically, the K-1 visa interview can either be 2 or 3 questions or 10 or 11 questions. It depends on how strong your K-1 visa package is going in off the bat. Don't panic. Relax. Don't sweat this. Caleb, how about the DS-160? I already started filling it out. Well, if you can fill it out and save it on your computer, but you can only hold it in a save mode for 30 days. Don't submit the DS-160 till you get the ready status, okay? Because remember, the DS-160 is only good for 12 months when you submit it to the embassy. It's only good for 30 days if you fill it out and hold it and you store it on your computer. You fill out the DS-160, you store it on your computer in a save file. It's only good for 30 days. As soon as you hit transmit to the embassy, it's good for 12 months. But just wait, just hold your horses, relax, quit being in a big hurry. This is not a quick process. Relax and send in your DS-160 when you get the ready status, or at least the in transit status from the embassy. Okay? And then the embassy will tell you what to do next and how to pay the visa fee. It's $265. And the visa fee includes the biometrics. Now, the DS-160, there's no charge. There's no charge for the DS-160, guys. That's a totally free form. There's no charge. There was a person emailed me on YouTube, Diego, I'm trying to pay for my DS-160. I can't find a place to pay for it. Well, you're going to be looking for eternity because it's free. The only thing you're going to pay for is the consulate interview. and the K1 visa that goes in your passport, and it's sealed. It's a security document. It's very, very strongly. You cannot make a K1 visa on your Xerox machine at your house. It is a very secure document. So it costs money to put it in your passport. That's why there's $265 fee. Larry Piercy, hi Karina and Diego. How's Thursday, the 13th, 2024 at 6 p.m. That's 1800 for us military folks. So good, Parity. Karina said that's great, Larry. Sounds like a plan. So let me write that down. Scribo fecha, por favor, mi vida. To according to memory. Okay, Karina's going to remember, but I can't remember. I can't even remember where I leave my freaking car keys. Okay, so I'm going to write down 5/13/2024, 1800 hours. Now that's going to be at Roadhouse, right? Larry?
Thank you.
That right. So salute to Larry. David Petch, we are going to marry in August. How soon should we apply for the green card once we are married? Well, first you got to get in the United States of America. That's the first thing. Once you get married, you want to get your green card application done within 90 days. You're going to when you enter the United States of America, you get your K1 visa is no longer as it exists. Okay, it's just a visa in your passport that is no longer any good. No longer useful. What you do is you land in America, and your K1 visa goes away. What you get is an I-94. The I-94 is the arrival departure stamp from the U.S. Border Patrol. The U.S. Border Patrol officer, in the goodness of his heart, is going to let you stay in America for 90 days to get married. So your status is you've got 90 days to get married. 90 days to get married. Not 90 days to apply for the green card. 90 days to get married. So you get married within 90 days, and then you want to get your green card application filed about probably within that 90-day window. Karina and I, we got married on January 14th, 2024. We applied for her green card on February 29th, 2024. So that was 58 days. In those 58 days that we were married, that we've been married, okay, we got Karina on the bank. We got her on the title to the car, deed to the house, electric bill, water bill, gas bill, all the services I can possibly think of. Her name is on it, and then we waited for those bills to come in with her name on it. It came to my phone or came to Karina's phone. I don't use the iPhone that much. I mean, to me, iPhone is just something I use for immigration purposes. But the bills come in, and then I printed them. And her name is on the bill. Karina's name is on the bill. My name is on the bill. Her name is on the bank account. So we had to wait for bank statements to come in. It takes 30 days for a bank statement to come in. It takes 10 days to get a social security number before you can get it on the bank statement, right? So you put together a strong green card application and you file it within those 90 days of the I-94. Do you have to file for your green card within 90 days? No, you can do it in 4 months. If you have more stuff you want to gather for evidence, you can wait a bit longer. But it just slows down your green card application. Okay, so Karina and I we arrived. I accompanied Karina from Colombia, South America, Bogota to Miami. We rented an SUV, a Jeep Cherokee, I think it was. We drove here to the Panhandle on January 3rd, and then we put our wedding together. We had to get everybody together, send out the invitations, get in touch with the marriage guy, the officiant. January 14th, we got married on the beach, made lots of pictures with about 30, 40 people. Then we went and had our wedding reception at the Mexican restaurant, and I fed everybody, and I put it all on my credit card. And I kept all these receipts and these pictures, and that went into the green card application. Here I had the receipt for our wedding dinner, wedding lunch at the Mexican restaurant. And, I got the bill at the end. I mean, I almost had a heart attack. I saw the bill, but it's all good. I made a copy of the receipt, and I put the receipt on a piece of white paper like this. I taped it, and I said, this is the receipt for our wedding reception at this restaurant. And the server and the person that was serving our table, he wrote a nice note on the receipt wishing us best of luck for the future and everything else. That was handwritten on the receipt. Then I put pictures of the wedding, about 20 pictures of our wedding in the green card application. And all this took about 58 days to put all this stuff together. So we got it done within 90 days. Karina's I-94 expired on April 8th of 2024. We're now on May 4th, 2024. So her I-94 is expired. It's no good. It's out. Her K1 visa is no good anymore. Her I-94 is no good anymore. But she's not out of status because we got married within 90 days. Now we're at the mercy of waiting for the green card. Okay? So she can't get a driver's license till she gets her green card. She can't get a job till she gets her green card. Blah, blah, blah. You know this. You know the drill. Somebody was messaging me in YouTube and they were saying, hey, I went to the driver's license place with my I-94. I couldn't get my state ID. I couldn't get my driver's license. Not with an I-94. An I-94 just means you entered the United States legally and you're under a 90-day window of time to get married. The I-94 doesn't give you permission to go get a driver's license. The I-94 means you're here for 90 days to get married. It means nothing else. It's the legality of it is you are here to get married within 90 days. That's what it means. If you don't get married within 90 days, you get deported. Okay? Possibly. Unless you got a good excuse, you know, if somebody is an illness or something happened where you couldn't get married within 90 days, you have to prove it with evidence. So you cannot get a driver's license in the state of Florida unless you got a green card, or you're here as a legal worker with a work permit that's good for like 5 years. So don't even bother going down to the driver's license place with an I-94. I want to get my driver's license. I just got married to my American citizen sponsor. Here's my I-94. I want to get my driver's license. They're gonna throw you out of the driver's license office by your ear. Okay? And if they don't know what they're doing, they're gonna say, well, you need to get an extension on your I-94. No, you don't. You don't get an extension on your I-94. What do you get? You get your green card. That's what you're waiting for. You're in status. You get married within 90 days. You're in status. You're good to go. Your I-94 expires. Don't worry about it. You're in status because you got married within the time frame. So the question from David is, how soon should we apply for the green card? I would say at least 40 or 50 days after you get married so you can put together a strong green card application. You don't want to get married and then all you do is put in the green card in your green card application is your marriage certificate and pictures of the wedding. That ain't going to cut it. We got a super chat here, guys. David, that's a super sticker. David, that's a fantastic super sticker right there. Thank you, David. I think I helped unconfuse you, right, on regards to when you should get married on the I-94. The I-94 is 90 days to get married. That's all it means. The I-94 doesn't mean you can go get a driver's license. You can go register to vote. You can't do any of that. You can't vote till you're a U.S. citizen. Okay? So the K1 visa terminates when the plane lands. The wheels touch down in Miami. Boom, K1 visa is no good anymore. It's useless. But you got to make a copy of it for your green card application. And now you're working off of an I-94, which is good for 90 days. You get married within 90 days. Boom, you're in status. If it takes 5 months to get your green card, so be it. But you're still in status because you met the timeline on the I-94. That's how it works, guys. Don't be going down to the driver's license place with an I-94 telling them you want a driver's license because they're going to laugh at you. Or they're going to tell you to get an extension, which is impossible. You don't get an extension on a 90-day I-94 for a green card application. There's no such thing. So Gopi, relax on the interview. Okay, in Mumbai, the consulate. Relax, you're good. Just relax. Larry Piercy, we'll see you on May 13th at 1800 hours. Arakomoni. Okay, I'll go through that. Thank you so much, Diego, and thank you, Karina, for telling me not to be nervous towards my interview. I made it. So you made it through you did it, right? Man, I got to give you all these approvals and all these people getting through these K1 scary visa interviews. And then when you get through the interview, you're like, well, that wasn't so bad. And thank you again, David, for that fantastic super sticker. We appreciate it. And then tomorrow, I can now take Karina to go to Hardee's. I promised her last week, but we didn't go. So we went to Arby's. But now tomorrow we're going to go to Hardee's for the breakfast, the Hardee's breakfast with bacon. Larry Piercy, because timing is so convoluted, I want to use an onward ticket for a return ticket. You can do that. That means when you land in Thailand, they're not going to try to tell you to buy another ticket, because you can't fly to Thailand on a one-way ticket. If you fly to Bangkok on a one-way ticket, because then you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for your future wife to get her green card, her visa interview done and over with, they won't let you do that. You got to buy a round trip ticket or an onward forward ticket. If you buy an onward forward ticket when you get to Thailand, then you can cancel it, right? And then you can just wait out and wait and wait on your Thai tourist visa till your bride-to-be gets through her visa interview. Larry Piercy, do you know of any drawbacks using this? No, my dad did it all the time. I mean, my dad would fly to Thailand with a onward forward ticket, and he wasn't going anywhere. He was he's going to retire to Thailand. But when he initially went there, he had to have a return ticket, but he wasn't coming back. So he did an onward forward ticket. Then he got his visa approved to be a resident of Thailand. But when he landed in Thailand, they wanted to see an onward ticket. So the scary immigration folks in Bangkok don't give him a hard time. So it's a good thing. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. It's Saturday. It's what? It's like 79 degrees. It's hot outside. Karina's like, man, she said, it's hot here. And I said, it's Florida. It gets hot in Florida. She goes, but it's hot. I said, it's only May. She said, does it get hotter than this? I said, wait till July gets here. In July, you're going to feel the real heat. And in August, it's even worse. She's like, what, it gets hotter than this? I said, yeah, it gets hotter than this. Seriously? She said, seriously. I said, man. She's like, wow. Because remember, Karina's used to being in the mountains of Colombia. Although Caracas got warm, Caracas, Venezuela, where she's from, gets warm, but not like this. This is a tropical humid heat. Caracas is kind of like Arizona heat. It's like a desert heat in Venezuela. So Francois, we hope you're doing good. We're doing good. Larry Piercy, gonna leave Albuquerque. Albuquerque's in New Mexico. My pop's babysitter is there, going from LAX June 16th, 2024. Yeah, fly June 16th, 2024. Buy an onward ticket so you don't get hassled at Bangkok immigration, so they don't give you a hard time. And then you stay in Thailand until you get this visa all wrapped up, and then bring your bride-to-be back to the United States, and you can get married. And we're looking forward to that. And so you're going to leave Albuquerque. You're going to leave your pet in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is 5,000 feet above sea level. Are you sure your dog's going to like living at 5,000 feet above sea level? I couldn't stand being at 10,000 feet above sea level. And I lived in Albuquerque for 4 years, and I couldn't stand being at 5,000 feet above sea level. But I tell you what, I love New Mexico. I love it in New Mexico. John Paul Alviola. Hi, Diego and Karina. What's going on, John Paul? I recently got my 2-year conditional green card. Unfortunately, can't work in the post office just yet. Why would you want to work in the post office? I mean, there's good benefits, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. You got a green card. You can do something else other than work for the U.S. government, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. But you can't work in the post office. Andre Welkony, how do you apply for a Social Security number after getting married? You go to the Social Security Administration with your passport, your I-94, and your marriage certificate. and apply for your Social Security card. It takes about 10 days. You go to the Social Security Administration office, you take a number, you punch in the information in the ATM. Why are you here? I'm here because I want. They're going to ask you, do you have a Social Security number? No, I don't. Are you here to help somebody else get their Social Security? No, you're not. Is it something other? You click other. You take the number, you sit down, they call your number, you go to talk to the lady at the Social Security office. She says, what do you want? I'm here to get my Social Security card adjudicated. And you give them the I-94, the passport, copy of the K-1 visa, and then the lady will apply for your Social Security card. And in about 10 days, it will show up at your house from Baltimore, Maryland. That's how you apply for your Social Security number, Andre. Tell me you understand that. John Paul, I have to have my 10-year green card. So you got to have a 10-year green card to work in the post office. Well, go do something else for 2 years, and then go, and when you get your 10-year green card, then apply at the post office. And then work and do that. Andre, is it true she needs to get a work permit before starting to work when she gets here? Andre, number one, you do not work in the United States of America without a work permit or a green card and a Social Security number. Do not start work in the United States of America unless you got a work permit, a green card, or a Social Security and a Social Security number. You cannot work in the United States with a Social Security number. Social Security number isn't a permission slip for you to go to work. It just means you can open up a bank account. Doesn't mean you can work. When I was in Colombia, I lived in Bogota, Colombia. I had an M visa, which gave me a Social Security number, a scheduler number. I could open up a bank account in Bogota, Colombia, but I couldn't work. Okay, it wasn't a work authorization. Work authorization in America is a work permit and a green card, either one or the other. Okay. Is it true she needs to get a work permit, EAD, before starting to work? Yes, that is 150% true. Larry Piercy, correct, Roadhouse. Yeehaw, Roadhouse. On May 13th at 6 p.m. Claire and Madsen vlogs. Say a prayer for my Madsen. He heads to Rio for his medical exam Monday, and our interview together will be next Tuesday. We're extremely nervous, happy, and hopeful. Claire and Madsen vlog, please relax. Rio de Janeiro, okay, Brazil, beautiful country. They've just initiated new visa requirements for Americans, so I can't go to Brazil with Karina for vacation now because they want me to extract my DNA just to get a freaking visa to go to Brazil. So when that socialist government has been removed at the next election, Karina will be an American citizen, and then we can probably go to Brazil on vacation. But right now, it's probably a good thing you're getting the heck out of Brazil because the government there sucks. Let's see. Don't be nervous. Be happy. Caleb, after 30 days, can I start a new DS-160 if it takes that long for the ready status? Why are you creating all this extra work for yourself? Caleb, why would you create all this extra work? I didn't do anything. I didn't fill out any DS-160. Karina couldn't speak English, so I had to fill out the DS-160 for her. When I got the ready status, then I got the packet 3, packet 4 email. When the embassy said, we're ready for you, we got appointments, whatever going on, that's when I filled out the DS-160. Put my name as the helper and put Karina's name as the signer, as an electronic signature. And then I'm calling Karina on the phone from Florida, from this chair right here, asking her questions so I can help her with the DS-160. I didn't fill out her DS-160 when she was at NOA2 stage. She got her NOA2 letter May 30th of 2023. She had her K-1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, November 16th, 2023. That's like 6 months almost between the NOA2 and the visa interview. 6 months almost. I'm not going to fill out a 20-page DS-160 until the time is ready to do it. That's a lot of work. So I'm not going to fill it out and save it. And then it expires. If I had done that, I would have filled it out 5 times, waiting for her K-1 visa interview. Don't do it. Just wait until it's ready, till you're ready to do it. Saves you a lot of work. Linda Gibbs, hi Diego and Karina. Just wanted to check and see if you could possibly have any updates on the interview appointment dates in Nigeria. 3 months out. Been trying since December and nothing. December, January, March, April. That's 4 months. You should be able to get one. They should be opening up, Linda. 4 months is too long. That's too long. I'll investigate Nigeria for you, okay? But I'm going to do that. I won't be able to do it today. I'll investigate for you. And David Patch, thank you for that super sticker, man. That's a Hardee's big breakfast all day long right there. With a coffee. You're welcome, David. Larry Piercy, Diego, hair looks better on your gourd. On my gourd. What do you think? I should just grow out my hair or just shave it off? Karina said, don't care. Karina doesn't mind. It's either no hair or total. She's like, I don't care. But here in the summer, it gets hot. So it's much more cooler with just shave my head. It gets nice and cool. But, I just haven't bothered to shave it. Yasir Yusfi, people who got approved in February for CR1, that's a spousal visa, have interviews at the end of this month. I got approved for MVC on March 22nd, which means after 1 week, I will get an email and interview will be in June. June or July? I'm thinking actually July. Depends on the country. You got to tell me the country. Las Barreras. Hello, Diego and Karina. My husband just got his appointment for biometrics. Well, good job. Biometrics. Karina had to go to New Orleans for her biometrics. Okay. We filed for her green card on February 29th, 2023. About a week, 7 days later, we got a letter in the mail. This is your biometrics appointment in New Orleans in this building at this time on this day. So we made a weekend fun trip out of it. We spent the weekend in New Orleans. We walked around New Orleans. She got a T-shirt from the Hard Rock Cafe. Now, we didn't eat in the Hard Rock Cafe. Now, we ate steaks in the Hard Rock Cafe in Bogota, Colombia, because it was like $7 a plate for both of us, for everything. I mean, I'm talking a big steak dinner with French fries and broccoli and a dessert. $7. Hard Rock Cafe in New Orleans, they were looking like $45, $50 for the same thing that we had in Bogota. So I said, Karina, forget about it. We ain't going to eat here. It'll be over $150, $140, whatever it is. I said, just pick a souvenir. So she got herself a nice bowl cap from the Hard Rock Cafe in New Orleans, and she got a T-shirt from the Hard Rock Cafe in Bogota, Colombia. Now, the next place we're going to go is Vegas. When Karina gets her green card, we're going to fly to Vegas, and we're probably going to eat at the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas. I'll never hear the end of it. Well, we didn't eat the one in New Orleans, so we're going to eat at the one in Las Vegas, right? Okay, so that's the way it's going to roll. So good job, Las Barreras. Larry Piercy, oh boy, Karina, it gets hot. It gets hot. Larry Piercy is palabras para ti. Aquí es muy caliente. She's beginning to learn that Florida is a pretty hot place. Juanita, hey Juanita. Hi Diego and Karina. What's going on, Juanita? How's everybody? How's your family? We hope everybody's doing good. Larry Piercy, he likes anything I tell him. My bud came here last Friday to meet Otis. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Francois Livingston, I'm doing good. Just waiting to hear something. Got such a knot in my stomach. The suspense is too much. Francois, all you're doing right now is you're waiting for your NOA2 letter. Okay? Immigration sent you an RFE. It's no big deal. An RFE is, now if they sent you a denial, that's a big deal. That's a problem. But they didn't. Francois, they sent you an RFE. They said, Francois, we want to approve your K1 visa, but we need this information. We're missing this information. You got to send us this information. What did you do? Francois, what did you do? You sent them what? The information, right? You sent them the information. What does that mean? Everything's good. Now you're waiting on your NOA2 letter. You're going to get it. Don't let immigration put butterflies in your stomach. Okay, mariposas in barriga, Senora Francois, barriga, mariposas. Relax. Juanita, I hope you're doing well. We're good. I'm still waiting on USCIS to get back to me on a pending CL1 petition. They're saying it got transferred from Nebraska to Texas, and it's been over a year and a month now. So it's in Texas. Why did it go from Nebraska to Texas? Nebraska is usually pretty fast on their turnarounds for CL1s. Texas is a little bit slower. How much longer do you think this will take to approve? Should I reach out to my senator? Not yet. Juanita, you don't contact your senator right now, just not yet. Give it another 2 or 3 months, okay? Because it just went from Nebraska to Texas, and Texas isn't as fast as Nebraska. Why they did it, I don't know. Consular processing's in Bogota, okay? Well, you should be good. Bogota, Colombia is pretty quick in getting the spousal visas done and wrapped up. So you're all good. Just wait another couple of months, okay? Please just be patient, Juanita. Denise Jefferson, Diego, we have decided to spend the money and apply for the work permit. It's $265, I think it is. Do we file it at the same time? Yes. File it with your green card application. But you're going to put it in you're going to put it until we get the NOA one. No, you can include it in your green card application. If you want to pay the $260, whatever it is, I think it's $260 for the work permit. Go ahead, and then you just make sure that you include it with your green card application. Okay, so you're going to fill out a check to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for the green card and the biometrics. Okay, and then you're going to fill out a check for whatever the price of the EAD is. I can't remember. I think it's $265 to U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and you're going to create a separate file for your work permit application. Make sure you put 2 photos of your sponsor, of your beneficiary in the green card application, and 2 photos in the work permit application, because the work permit's going to come in, Denise, with a photograph of your new husband on it. So you got to include passport photos for the green card application and for the work permit. They're 2 separate things. The green card and the biometrics you put together in a green card application. Then you create a folder for the work permit. 2 separate checks, okay? But you put them together in the same packet and mail them to the same place. Okay? Denise, you got it? To me, what you're going to be kicking yourself, because you're going to pay all this money for the work permit. You're going to get the work permit. And then a month or 2 after that, you're going to get the green card. So, I mean, it's up to you. Yasir, Diego, I'm 35. I have a master's in English studies. I've been teaching in higher education in Morocco for 5 years. Which job should I do when I come there? My friend has a master's but works plumber in the U.S. Plumbers make good money. I'll tell you what, plumbers are making 90, 100, 120 grand a year. Plumbers make good money. You know, it's hard to find a good plumber. I tell you, they make good money. If you want to come to the United States and with your master's degree in teaching, as a teacher, you won't make that kind of money. A plumber makes 3 or 4 times as much money as a teacher. That's just the way it is, guys, in this country. Linda Gibbs, thank you so much. Any information would be much appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to check into Nigeria. They should be opening up. I figured it was like 3 months was the max, but now 4 months, that's not good. Denise Jefferson, Diego. Oh, wait a second. Yasir, let me see. Karina is going to help me out here. Yasir. Caleb, I was with Maria the last 2 weeks in Mexico and wanted to fill out while we was together. Juntos is together. Now I'm back in the States. You can fill out the DS-160 online. You don't have to be together. I filled out the DS-160 right here on this computer. Karina was in Colombia, but I'm on the phone with Karina sitting on this chair asking her questions so I can fill out the DS-160, because I need to know where she worked, the address, the phone number where she worked, how much money she made, and all this other stuff. Caleb, so don't worry, you can fill out the DS-160 in the United States. You just got to make sure you put your name on the DS-160 as the helper. Caleb, I was with got it. Yes, see, Morocco, Diego. So what do you think about my interview? I got approved on the 22nd of March. You're good. Congratulations, yes, sir. We look forward to when you get to the United States. Plumbers make good money, though. You know, I tell you, they really do. Denise Jefferson, Diego, on the affidavit of support, what should be the correct answer for the family size for me and my husband? 2. I assumed 2, but found that mistakes are being made on this question. There are so many people messing up the I-864 for family size. Let me go over it with you right here. So you don't, Denise, so you know how to do this. So you don't mess it up. I'm not saying you're going to mess it up, but I'm just going to go over it so you know it's clear in your head, right? I got the form right here. So let me find it. I tell you, I don't know where I got all these forms. I got a whole green card package here. Okay, this is the I-864, and you're going to go to page 4. Okay, page 4 of the I-864, right here. Now, right here is a number 1. That number 1 right there is you, Denise. It's automatically printed on the I-864. Now, above the 1, you're going to put a 1 for your new husband. So there's going to be a 1 here, and you're here. So that's 2, right? And then you're going to come down and you're going to widen this out because the computer at USCIS creates a 1 automatically. So you get some white out, you come down here, you get rid of the 1, and you handwrite 2 in there with a black ink pen. So on page 4 of I-864, there's going to be a 1 here, a 1 here, and a 2 here, and that's your family size. Don't pay no attention to any of this stuff in here. It's just total confusion, okay? This is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 here, 1 here, 2 here. You got it? Denise, tell me you understand that. There's lots of people messing up. Let me tell you what people are doing. People are saying, okay, so I got a 1 here for my wife, a 1 here for me, and then they asked another question here, are you currently married? Well, you are, right? You're currently married. So people are messing up. They're putting a 1 here for their new wife or husband. That's a 1 for them. And then the immigration says, are you currently married? And they put a 1 here. So that's 1, 2, 3. And they're putting a 3 down here when it should be 2. Do you understand what I just said? Don't mess that up. But immigration has written it in such a way, it's so confusing. But I unconfused you. Denise, Diego, I have filed my taxes for 2023. Good job. But the transcripts will not be available. I can't get my tax transcripts to file for the adjustment of status. Did you include your tax transcripts? No, I couldn't get them. I filed my taxes in January. Karina filed for her green card on February 29th. We couldn't get a tax transcript, so I made a copy of my 1040 and my 1099s. I don't get a W-2. I don't get W-2s. I get 1099s. So I filed my 1040 and my 1099s, plus my bank statements showing the direct deposits from the Navy and from my other job. And that's what I did. I couldn't get a tax transcript. I will probably be able to get a tax transcript in probably June of this year for my 2023 tax return. So don't worry, Denise, you're good. I didn't include a tax transcript. I couldn't get one. The IRS said they didn't create it yet. I got a letter back saying you don't exist right now in the system. I'm like, serious? I don't exist? That's great. So I don't have to pay any more money, right? I'm kidding. Make sure you pay your taxes. Francois, I sent 19 PDFs of information, Diego. Yeah. All you're doing now is waiting on your NOA2 letter, Francois. You're good. James McLean, hello, Diego. We are ready to start working on our K1 visa packet. Okay, so you're just starting. I want to make sure we include everything. I'm trying to find one of your videos that tells me everything that must be included. I understood videos, James McLean. Google, you're on the channel, right? You obviously on the channel. Google Diego Ross K1 visa application, or Diego Ross K1 visa, something like that. and it could bring up like 3 or 4 videos. I think I made like 3 videos on how to process a K1 visa. You can find them. I've made over 900 videos, guys, for you. That's a lot of videos. I mean, that's a lot of airtime, right? I think more people watch this channel than watches CNN. Well, you can't blame them, right? This channel's more interesting, right? It's a lot more fun to be here than to be watching CNN. But anyway, that's another story. Google Diego Ross application for K1 visa, something like that, and the computer will find it for you, the videos. Let me see. Larry Piercy, the DS-160 also contains the GSS system in the question. I think the address. GSS just means that you are using a computer program that the U.S. Embassy uses a third party to process the K1 visas. GSS is a third-party company that the U.S. government uses to process K1 visas at the embassy for scheduling interviews. That's all it is. Don't sweat the GSS, okay? I think Bud Garcia was having a heart attack over GSS because he couldn't figure it out. Well, I've explained it. It's not a big deal. Gracias, mi amor. Karina helping me out with this thing. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. She knows how these computers work. S-Bay, greetings, Diego and Karina. How long does one have for them to leave after K1 interview approval? You mean leave the country? As soon as you get the K1 visa and the passport, you can catch a plane that night. If you get, like Karina, she got her K1 visa and her passport, I think it was like the end of December, right? And then we were there in Colombia, so we just had Christmas in Colombia. And then we left January 3rd, we flew to Miami. And if I'd have been able to leave in November, I would have saved $1,000 on plane tickets. But flying from Colombia to the United States in December and January is kind of like, highway robbery. The plane tickets doubled in price because it's Christmas and New Year's. So I got ripped for another $1,000, but it's an investment in my family, so I didn't worry about it. I just pay it. We're here, right? We ain't going anywhere now. Well, we're going to go to Las Vegas. Karina can't wait to go to Nevada. She wants to go check out Nevada. So I'm going to rent an SUV, and we're going to go for a week, and we're going to drive around, not just Las Vegas. Nevada's a big place. We're going to go to Area 51. We go to the back gate of Area 51. I'll get a picture of Karina standing at the back gate of Area 51, where all the UFOs are being stored, right? Allegedly. So when can you leave after you get the K1? As soon as it's in the passport. That's the question, right? Caleb, why did you get an RFE, Francois? Francois got an RFE because she had to get a waiver from her previous K1 visa. That's all. It's all no big deal. Larry Piercy, I believe the barcode of a GSS system is on the appointment chip. Yeah, GSS. GSS is a private company that the U.S. government uses as a third party to process K1 visas. So when you go into the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok, Thailand, and you go to schedule the visa interview through the SIAC account, it's going to say, this is a third-party company that we use to do this work. That's what the GSS is. It's like a global support system, I believe is what GSS stands for. Okay? I know pretty much how this whole process works, guys, from A to Z. GSS is just a third-party company. Don't worry about it. Juanita, USIS transferred it to Texas automatically after we submitted it. Okay, now I understand. Many similar cases to mine are being approved. It should only be taking 12 months, so I'm getting anxious. I'm seeing people who get filed after me getting approved. For example, someone who filed in April 23rd, 2022 are getting approved. I filed April 18th. Why is this happening? I've had 0 RFEs. Should I be worried? Right now, it is taking so long. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Juanita, when I filed for Karina's K1 visa, okay, in April of 2022, in April of 2023, people were getting their NOA2 letters. Not us. We're still waiting and waiting and waiting. But I didn't worry about it because K1 visas and spousal visas, they're not adjudicated in a specific order. You get these range times that come out. This is your range time. Don't pay attention to that. Your spousal visa is good, Juanita. If there was a problem, they would have sent you an RFE. All you got to do is wait. It took us like 14 and a half months. But other people were getting their NOA2 letters in 12 months. It took us 14 and a half months. Was I worried about it? No, I wasn't worried about it. I didn't get an RFE. So I just waited and waited and waited, and boom. And it took 5 months from the NOA2 letter to get the visa interview. 5 months, when other people were getting it in 3 months. But then I found out that the embassy in Colombia closed for the month of July. Well, they didn't close. They were just playing catch up. So they weren't accepting any new K1 visas or spousal visas from the National Visa Center. They weren't accepting any. In July 2023, they would not accept any K1s or CR1s because they were busy. In August 1st, they reopened up, except they began accepting visas again. So you're in a backlog, Juanita. You're good. I can hear our cat, Tokyo, knocking on the door. I knew he would. Tokyo always wants to be part of the action. So here he is. No, he's just sitting there. He just wanted to knock on the door to just get our attention, which is all good. So Juanita, you're good. Just be patient. You will get your approval. You'll get it. Don't worry. Yes, sir. How can you become a plumber there? Go to a trade school. How long does it take to become so? It's probably you probably start off as in a trade school, and then you get hired as an intern. You're probably going to work for minimum wage until you become proficient. Okay, unless you want to go work at McDonald's in California, because then you can get hired at $20 an hour with zero experience. I don't know how that works out, but there you go. I guess that's why California's economy is going down the toilet. But that's the way it is, when the government interferes with paychecks. Okay? Businesses should be determining minimum wage, not the U.S. government. Only communist countries determine minimum wage in their countries, like in Venezuela. Okay? But you start out as a plumber, as an intern, or as go to a trade school, learn the basics, get hired on as a helper, a plumber's helper, and then you get experience as you go, and as you get more experience, you make more money. And then the more money you make, the life is much happier for you. But you got to have experience, you got to have training, and you got to know what you're doing. A plumber's job is not easy. It's technical. It's a technical job, actually. Juanita, relax, Juanita. You've got this. Okay. Let me see here. It was a flawless I-130 package. Yeah, absolutely, it was flawless. If it wasn't flawless, you'd be getting RFEs. Yes, sir. How can you become a plumber? Like I just said. Denise Jefferson, talking to Linda. Do you sign up for the WhatsApp group for the date search? That's good information, Denise. Help Linda Gibbs get into that WhatsApp group for Nigeria. We were part of the group and we got our interview 2 weeks. No sleep, but the way to go. So Denise and Linda Gibbs, you guys need to connect with each other with this WhatsApp group and help Linda get into that WhatsApp group. Yes, sir. Diego, you didn't tell me when I can have interview. I told you I'm from Morocco. Got approved March 22nd. It depends on how busy the embassy is. The embassy in Morocco is going to be in Casablanca. That's a busy embassy. It could take, 2 or 3 months to get a visa interview in Casablanca. All right. So like I try to keep telling everybody, patience is the key to this whole process. Patience, patience, patience. It took us 22 months. 22 months. Okay, but we didn't give up. We didn't worry about it. I just got on a plane and flew to Colombia and stayed with Karina for 11 months. I said, I'm not going to wait here. I'm going to wait with her there. Even though the mountains killed me. I was sick probably most of the time from the altitude sickness, but it's all good. Caleb, I filed November 23, got approved in April 2024, less than 5 months. There you go. NOA 1 to NOA 2, 5 months. Excellent. S-Bag, does the I-134 form need to have a barcode at the bottom of the page? The I-134, you go to uscis.gov/forms. Go to this website right here. I'm going to type it in right here, guys. You go to this website, uscis.gov/forms. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where you go into that website, and then you look for I-134. And then you go on the computer and you fill out the I-134, and then you print it. And there's going to be a barcode at the bottom of the I-134. Your beneficiary must have the original I-134 signed in black ink by the sponsor. You got it? Let me see. Yes, here. Which one is better, plumber or truck driver? It's on you. What? And then Denise Jefferson, thanks, Diego. No problem, Denise. We're giving you a Mountain Dew salute, Denise. We're going to help you with this green card, okay? Now Tokyo wants to leave. So he's knocking on the door to come in. Now he's crying because he wants to go out. Because he already saw that, I guess he's bored already. Yes, here. Which one is better, a plumber or a truck driver? A plumber goes home at the end of the day. If you're a plumber, you get to go home at the end of the day. A truck driver is on the road for maybe 2 or 3 weeks out of the week. In 1 month, you could be gone for 3 weeks driving around the United States. You got to get a CDL license. You got to learn how to drive a truck. You're going to be gone from home. A plumber, get done at the end of the day, you come home. The money depends on how hard you work and how much work you're willing to do. How much sweat equity are you willing to put out? The more sweat equity you put out, the more money you're going to make, no matter what you do in this country. Nikki Okoli, hi Diego and Karina, I am at work, Lagos, Nigeria. Only agencies that know when interview date will drop. I have joined 2 groups, complained to NVC, and NVC responded to me yesterday. This is my 4th month. Yeah, it's crazy. It shouldn't take 4 months to get a visa interview in Lagos. But Denise Jefferson has given out some good information explaining to join these WhatsApp groups that look for appointments, and then you're in the group, and then you jump on it and get it set. Orlando Lopez, hi Diego. I sent an email to the embassy in Bogota asking for status on K1 process, but they changed the system. Now there's a link with commonly asked questions. It seems they no longer answer emails. Yes, they answer emails. I remember that system changing. It changed for me when I was in Bogota. One day I sent him an email. Everything went straight to him. Then I got the Interpol police certificate from the Colombian Interpol, and I had to send it to the embassy via email, and it said, we've changed our system. So what is the change? Let me explain to you, Orlando, exactly what the change is. Here's what the change is. What you have to do is you got to put the receipt number of your NOA2 letter in the subject line of the email. That's the only change. When you send an email to the embassy in Bogota, you put the receipt number from the NOA2 letter in the heading, the subject, and then in the body of the email, you send your question. And that's it. They answer your emails, but you gotta submit the email the way I just explained it. Okay? I was in Bogota, Colombia when they changed it. 1 minute it was this, and the next minute it was this. I'm like, what the heck is this? They keep changing stuff. But they changed it, I believe it was October of 2023. I didn't panic. I said, I'm not gonna let these people get me all riled up. So I read it, and I read it, and I read it. And the only thing that is changed with Bogota, Colombia is in the subject line, you must put the receipt number of the NOA2 letter. And a little, that's it. Josias Pazzelli, hi Diego, greetings from Argentina. What's going on in Argentina? Is it Buenos Aires? Mm-hmm. Argentina. Now, you're in Argentina. I'm going to give a salute to your president. I love the president of Argentina. He is a patriot, okay? He's like the Trump of Argentina. He is cleaning house, and he's going to turn Argentina into a capitalist powerhouse where everybody's going to be lifted out of poverty and become wealthy capitalists and entrepreneurs and they're not going to be a slave to socialism anymore. Good salute to your president in Argentina. Let me see. What do you think, Diego? My plan is to get help in my country and then go there, but I just so tired of waiting. I want to have some encouragement because something that happened to a lot of people. Josias, what do you mean? What do you think, Diego? What's the question? My plan is to get help in my country and then go there. Josias, you're going to focus on coming to America. You're leaving Argentina. I love Argentina. I love your president. Your president's a great man, okay? But you got to focus on moving to the United States. You said you just got my visa March 22nd. Do I have 6 months to travel to the United States? Right, because I can't travel yet, but I'm thinking going in June or July. Well, you better be thinking because your K1 visa will terminate on the day of your medical exam in Rio de Janeiro. In Buenos Aires. You're in Argentina. You had a medical exam. What's the date on your medical exam? 6 months from the date of your medical exam is when your K1 visa expires. You need to get on a plane like tomorrow. It's Sunday. Go to the airport, buy a plane ticket, come to the United States. There's more than enough people in beautiful Argentina who can help Argentina right now. What you need to be doing is focusing on moving to America and helping America. We need your help here. Argentina's got it covered. Now you've got permission to move to the United States. We need you here. Help this country. You can't travel just yet? Yes, you can. You can travel. You can fly tomorrow if you want to. I can't travel because I have a fungus. Oh, you got a fungus in my skin, and I don't know if the patrol there in the airport will be worried about it. No, they couldn't care less. Is it super normal to have this condition in their skin? Josias, buy a freaking plane ticket and fly from Buenos Aires to the United States. Where's your fungus on your hands? Wear gloves. Where is it at? I mean, it's not contagious. It's on you. It's not contagious. Buy your plane. Josias, listen to me. Buy your plane ticket and fly to America. Get on a plane. Get here. Start your life in America. Forget about the fungus on your hand, okay? Where is it at? You said you had a fungus. I don't know. You got in your skin. Okay. Well, there's doctors in America that can fix it. Get on your sponsor's health insurance plan. Get married. Get on your health insurance and get it taken care of. But you got to get on a plane and get here. You didn't go through all this K1 visa stress to worry over a little medical condition that you can get fixed in America, right? The Border Patrol isn't going to block you from coming in the country. You already passed your medical exam. That's it. You're good. When can you buy a ticket? When can you do it? Can you buy a plane ticket today? Can you go to Expedia.com and buy a plane ticket from Buenos Aires to wherever? I bet you can. You need to do it today. And as for Argentina, Argentina's got a new president who's a fantastic person, and he's going to fix Argentina for the people that live there. Trust me, he's going to help your country. Juanita, sorry, typo. I understood. No, I knew when you filed, Juanita. I understood what you meant. Josias, another thing is when I get my 2-year conditional green card, can I travel to see my family after 1 year? Yeah, you can do that. But make sure when you travel on your 2-year green card that you have you carry evidence with you that you are a permanent resident of America. The title to the car, the deed to the house, your name's on the lease to the apartment. You got a tax return filed with your name on it. Bank statements that shows your name on it as a joint owner. Bring all that stuff with you when you fly back home to Argentina. So when you come back to the United States after a vacation, if the Border Patrol give you an interrogation, you can say, I'm a legal permanent resident. I just went back home on vacation. I was only gone for 2 weeks. Here's my lease to my apartment. Here's the deed on my house. Here's the title on the car. Here's my name on the bank statements. Here's my name on the electric bill. I'm on the gas bill. I'm on the water bill. Bring those documents with you when you travel. on your 2-year conditional green card. And then the Border Patrol officer will not give you a hard time re-entering the United States. Josias, do you understand me, my friend? Did you get to vote before you left Argentina? Before you leave, did you get to vote for this new president after you get ready to fly to America? Larry, the embassy make it a big deal. They say no GSS, no interview. GSS is a global systems third-party company that processes K-1 visas. So, what they're probably saying is you got to fill out the DS-160. You got to print the visa fee. The GSS controls all that. You can't get a visa without a visa interview, without paying the visa fee, etc. Let me see here. Frank Terrence. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Frank, what's going on with Frank? Yes, yeah, I told you people who got approved in February have the interviews at the end of this month. Okay, I got approved on the 22nd of March, means June. That I will have interview according to others' dates, not necessarily. The embassies around the world have different workloads at different times of the year. Okay, in November of 2023, the embassy in Morocco, Casablanca, issued 0 K-1 visas because everybody was on vacation or they were just not processing. And then I think it was in June or July of 2023, the embassy in Casablanca was issuing like 40 or 50 K-1 visas. So it depends on the month of the year and the workload of the embassy. You cannot compare the other people's K-1 visas from different dates, from different months, because the workload changes from day to day, from week to week, from month to month. It changes. And Larry Piercy, I'm going to investigate no GSS, no interview, because I know for a fact that the GSS is a global systems company. That's a third-party company that processes visas. So it doesn't make sense. Let me see. Frank, I submitted my K-1 package last Monday. I've not heard anything about it in OA1 yet. So you included the 1145. You put a G1145 in your K-1 visa package. Did the immigration send you a text message saying they received your package? Yaha Conte. Hi, Diego. Yaha, after receiving your adjustment of status, how long does it take to go for biometrics? Well, it took Karina about, 10 days? We filed for the green card February 29th. And in March, we were in biometrics, right? It wasn't very long, like 2 weeks. Yaha, I had a message, though, through text message. Okay, that's good. So you got a text message, so they received it. You got an IOE number. If you look at the text message, right, it says IOE, right? Something like that. That's the number you're going to go and use to check your case status online. You will soon get a letter for your biometrics telling you where to go and what day, what time. Josias, yes, I'm thinking about going. I'm thinking about going, and I can totally buy a ticket now. I just worry about the condition because it could be contagious, and I have to take medicine pills I have in my groins and legs. Josias, buy your plane ticket, get on plane, get married, and get on your sponsor's health insurance and have the doctor take care of it right here in America, the land of the free, the constitutional republic of the United States. Okay? Are you listening to me? I don't want to worry about the patrol asking me questions about it because it is something normal when people get fungus on their skin. Yes, I got to vote, and of course I voted for Javier Milei. Yay! You're getting a Mountain Dew salute for voting for Javier, the best president in South America right now. The president of Venezuela is a dictator and needs to be removed from office at the next election. The president of Colombia is a freaking communist, but he's only in office for 4 years because the Congress is blocking most of his crap. The president of Brazil is a socialist who's just totally destroying the tourist visa industry for Americans that want to go on vacation to Brazil. So Brazil is losing millions of dollars in tourist revenue because of that government. So it's a fantastic to see Argentina waking up and electing that guy Javier as president. Argentina is going to get rich while Venezuela continues to go poor. And it sucks because Venezuela is a rich country, but we got a president there who's a total commie that wants everybody miserable, right? That's my opinion. So Josias, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, get yourself a freaking plane ticket and fly to America. Get on Expedia.com and go one way from Buenos Aires to wherever it is in America you're going to live. Call your sponsor up and say, I'm flying. This is my flight schedule. And get out of Argentina and get your life started. Okay? You got it? Josias, we are suffering a lot with my fiance because I was so ready to go and this sickness appeared in my body. Get on a plane and get it fixed right here. We got doctors all over America. And that get me stuck here because in Argentina it's pretty cheap to get health care. Okay. Well, you can get health care here also. You just got to get insurance. Okay. Do it. Frank Terrence. Yes, Diego, I submitted the G1145, but I have not received the text message yet. Okay. Frank, so that means that it's one of two things. Okay. Immigration have received your visa package, your green card application, but it's sitting on a shelf in Chicago or Illinois or in Arizona for the green card, right? Frank, you applied for the green card. It's sitting on a shelf. When somebody gets to it, they're going to open up the box and then they'll send you a text message, okay? Relax, Frank. Josias, so do you think, Diego, that I wouldn't have any problem at the United States for my I-663 if I go in this condition? Everything would be fine. Yeah, you're good. Everything's good. It's not contagious. Another thing, I would be living in Utah. Okay, Denise Jefferson lives in Utah, where I would have my biometrics. In Utah, probably Salt Lake City. And where would I have to send my green card package? Okay, you live in Utah, and your question is, where do I send my green card package? Would you like me to write the address down in the remarks for you? I'm asking you. Josias, do you have a pen? If you have a pen, I'll write down the address where you mail your green card application. Just make sure you write it down because this is where you're going to send it, okay? This is where you're going to send it. If you're going to live in Utah, okay? All right, I'm going to write the address for you. This is for now you're going to buy a plane ticket, right? You're going to get a plane ticket today in Expedia.com or wherever it is you do, and you're going to buy your plane ticket and get to the United States. I'm going to give you the address, okay? This is where you're going to send your green card application. Okay? You got it? This is for my friend in Argentina who voted for Javier. So he gets special treatment right here. He's getting the Diego personal attention. Okay? For voting for a capitalist entrepreneur. And I love that president. Argentina is going to get very rich with him as president. And so that means that all the boats are going to lift out of the water together. Okay? Circle S, I believe. Is that an S or no? Mm-hmm. Okay. Current is my eyes, okay? I can't see without my glasses. But I'm doing pretty good. This is where you're going to mail your green card application. If you live in Utah, okay. Beep beep. I'm with you guys. I'm not ignoring you. Okay, there's a lot of writing here. Okay, this is where you're going to send it. A5034-4850. That's the address. You live in Utah. That's where you're going to mail your green card application. So, and where would I have to send my green card package? There's the address. I would go with some pills for the fungus and prescription. They probably would ask me about the pills in my condition. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Only if you tell them, right? It's something that can be cured. Don't worry about it. Josias, of course I will get to USA. All right, Josias. Buy your plane ticket tonight, Expedia.com, and get your plane ticket and get out of Argentina, fly to USA, and then you can get your medical condition taken care of. Go to the pharmacy in Argentina and buy you a bunch of medicines that will help you while you wait for your insurance to kick in. Okay? I cannot enter the country or something because of my condition. Of course you can enter the country. It's not contagious. If somebody touches your skin, if I shook your hand, would I catch the fungus? Would you give it to me if I shook hands with you? No, probably not, right? It's not contagious. So you're eligible for entry into the United States. Josias, thank you so much, Diego. Like always, tell you are the best. No, you guys are the best, all right? I'm just here giving you information, and I'm trying to encourage you and trying to help you. You know, it's not easy going through the K1 visa. And then when you get your K1 visa approved and it's in your freaking passport and you're worried about a little fungus in your skin, don't worry. Go to the pharmacy, get you some medicine to hold you over. It's a prescription, I'm sure, and then immigration will let you in the country. They won't block you because of that. Would be $14.40, right? That's the price of the green card, including the biometrics of Josias. So the fee for the I-485 includes the biometrics. Yes. When you apply for your green card, depending on your age, if you're under, if you're just an adult, this doesn't apply to kids. If you have a K2 coming into the United States, you got to pay for their green card also. But there's a different price depending on how old the child is. But if you're an adult applying for your green card, you're an adult, it's $1,440, and that price includes the biometrics. If you live in Utah, it's probably going to be in Salt Lake City. That's my guess. Yes, we're just waiting to save money to pay the green card with cash. You cannot pay the green card with cash. You have to write a check. You cannot mail a cash. You cannot get a bundle of $100 bills and mail it to USCIS. You got to write a check. Yes, there you go. Do not use your credit card, ladies and gentlemen, to pay for your green card. Use a check. I'm seeing lots and lots and lots of people. No, don't use it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's going to get 9 banks out of 10 are blocking the transaction. You fill out the check, you make the check out to U.S. Department of Homeland Security. You fill it out, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, in a check, and you put the check in an envelope, and you write on the envelope, this is the fee for my green card and biometrics. Okay? That goes in your green card application. And can you communicate with the bank to tell them it is a good transference? Don't waste your time calling your bank, telling them not to block the green card fee. I was in Colombia, and I went on Karina's laptop, and I bought plane tickets from Bogota to Miami. The transaction got blocked by my bank. I called my bank. I said, why did you block that transaction? Well, we didn't recognize it. It was plane tickets, one way from Bogota to Miami. I said, do you not know that I'm in Colombia? Yes, we know you're in Colombia. Do you not know that one day I'm going to be leaving Colombia, flying back to America? Yes, we knew that one day you were going to leave Colombia and fly back to America. Then why in the heck did you block my freaking credit card bill? I was mad. I was on the phone for 30 minutes. Well, we didn't recognize it. So I said, okay, unblock the transaction. So that my bank unblocked the transaction. So I called Avianca. I said, hey, the bank has unblocked the transaction. Go ahead and process it so I can buy these freaking plane tickets. They said, no, we don't trust your bank. But if you come in person at the airport, you can buy your tickets in person. We want to see your credit card. I said, okay, it's okay. No problem. So I wasn't trapped in Colombia with Karina. We got on the Transmilenio. We went to El Dorado Airport in Bogota, Colombia. I got in line with Karina, and I bought the plane tickets on my credit card. I said, why couldn't you guys just let me do this from my freaking laptop at my apartment? They said, because your bank didn't like it. I said, I don't care what my bank likes. The same thing is going to happen with your green card application. If you put it on a credit card, there's a good chance that your bank will block the transaction. And then Denise asks, is it okay to use a cashier's check? Most certainly. A cashier's check or a check is perfectly good. How much does it cost for a green card? $1,440. $1,440. Don't put $1,441 because if you do, everything's going to get rejected and sent back to you. If you mess up the payment, it gets sent back to you. Don't use a credit card. Use a cashier's check or a personal check. Josias, thank you so much, Diego. Like I always tell you, we're the best. The fee for the I-485 includes the biometrics. Yes, Osias, it includes the biometrics. Would be $1,440. That's correct. 100%. Yes, we are just waiting to save money to pay the green card with the check. Don't use a credit card. And can you communicate with the bank to tell them don't communicate with the bank? Nothing. You fill out a check or you write a cashier or get a cashier's check. Jonathan Linder, I called one civil surgeon place and asked if the doctor specified on the USIS website signs to medical. They said one of his other doctors signs, but the other doctor was not listed on the USIS. If you having a medical exam done in the United States for your green card, the civil surgeon has to be approved by the State Department to sign the form. Josias, yes, my idea is we check for green card application and credit card for everything else. No. Oh, for the I-663, I paid for Karina's medical exam with my credit card because I'm in a doctor's office and there's the secretary, and then I hear, there you go. What's this? Some message came up on the computer. So I'm in a doctor's office in Pensacola. I gave them my credit card and they ran the transaction, and I paid for Karina's medical exam on my credit card because it was a face-to-face transaction, and they took my credit card from my hand. But when you're paying for a green card, the bank doesn't know squat. They can't see nothing. They don't know. They're protecting you as a customer of their bank. But what they're doing is they're messing up your green card application. Just pay by cashier's check or by personal check. Yes, you can pay for the medical exam using your credit card. Diego, I also have a doubt how much it takes there in USA to take photo ID style because I asked for that in the green card package. Go to UPS store, go to a FedEx store, go to Walmart if they have it, and get your passport photos taken. What's going to be, what, $20? $20? It's not very expensive to get passport photos, guys, but you need them for the green card application. Denise Jefferson, Diego, is it true that you are supposed to submit the original NOA2 with your adjustment of status application? No, not true. Karina's original NOA2 letter is right here, down here in our immigration file. I made a copy of her NOA2 letter. I took a picture of it with my phone. I downloaded the picture to the computer from my phone. I what do you call it? What is that called when you? I edited the picture, and then I printed it, and I put that in her green card application. You don't have to put the original NOA2 letter in the green card package, Denise. Just make a copy of it, or you can go to Office Depot and make a copy of it. But I'm El Cheapo. I took a picture with my phone, downloaded it to this computer, and printed it right here. Josias, can I use the same visa pics they put in my passport that I used for my K1 visa for the green card? If you've got pictures left over, you can. I think that's what we did. I think we had pictures left over from Karina's K1 visa interview, and we used those pictures for the green card application. And it's all good. You can do that. You can do that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I've been talking for what, an hour and a half almost. Did you guys learn anything new today? I want you to learn new things. Every time I do a live stream, I want you to learn new stuff. Josias, gracias, Diego, por todo. No problem. No problem, Osias. What you need to do, Osias, right now is get on Expedia.com, buy your plane ticket from Argentina to America. Listen to me. Get to America, go to the pharmacy tomorrow or Monday, and get the medicine you need to get you by while you're waiting for medical insurance to kick in, and get here. Okay? Everything figures itself out eventually, right? Everything figures itself out. Osias, I learned a lot, just so eager to go to the USA. Well, get off this live stream. In fact, I want to get off the live stream so you can buy your freaking plane ticket. Francois, good night. Enjoy breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to go to Hardee's tomorrow. And Osias, I have many things to do. You and everybody else. God's Power Thomas, hello Diego. My fiance is yet to receive a 2023 W-2. I now have an interview date. Please, what documents should I go with? Well, you got to have a W-2 for 2023. The company that the person that your fiance works for must, by law, provide a W-2 and a 1099 at the latest by January 31st of 2024. That's Congress. That's the law. That's the IRS rules. So you got to get that W-2. That's what you need, plus the 1040 and tax transcripts for 2022. For 2023, it's probably impossible. You can't get your tax transcripts for 2023, but you can for 2022, and you need a W-2. Osias, you should do a live stream about being a real estate agent. No, Osias, I'm done with being a real estate agent. I sold Mercedes-Benz for 16, 17 years. I've been doing the real estate thing for about 4 years. I'm freaking about up to here being a vendedora, see? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to get Karina up to speed on what she wants to do. I'm going to start a coffee company. I'm going to start a coffee distribution company. And Karina, she's a freaking tax accountant. She's a highly educated, university degreed up tax accountant. When she gets her green card, she's going to do her thing. I'm going to do my thing with coffee. I'm going to start a coffee company, and if you got, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do live YouTubes with selling houses. I'm not, but it's a good idea, Osias. I appreciate your ideas, but I'm about burned out with it. I would love to learn real estate. Go to real estate school. When you get to America, Osias, when you get your green card, sign up for real estate school and become a real estate agent. You can do that. Francois, enjoy every live chat. Is a great source of information. Thanks, Francois. Denise Jefferson, Diego, I know that it took you 1.5 months to submit the adjustment of status. It did, because I wanted to put together a strong green card package. What was the last few documents you felt were necessary to wait for and send? Bank statements with Karina's name on it. I wanted to include at least 2 bills. So we got 2 months worth of bills. The first one and then the second month. So it shows a trend of her living here. We waited the 58 days, so we had a lot of strong living together evidence. We got her on my military health insurance. So we had to wait for her social security number to come in. And then then they said, well, it's in her maiden name. We need to be in my married name. So we had to go back to the military it was just it's a lot of stuff that we had to do. But her green card application was like this. It was like this, man. I'm trying to figure out from the camera. We stashed it. She got a BJ's wholesale club membership. We took pictures of her credit card, her debit card with her name on it. And I took pictures of my credit card and my debit card with my name on it. And we put the credit cards together like this. And then we blurred out the account numbers, but immigration can look and see that we have joint bank accounts. That takes time. This stuff takes time. Give yourself like 50 days to put a strong green card package together. Don't rush it. Don't get married and then file for your green card. Immigration's going to get a package this thin with your marriage certificates and photos, and that's about it. You're going to get an RFE. What happened to the rest of your package? So we want to file now, but feel that we may be premature. No, you're too early, Denise. You're premature. Wait for some bills to come in with his name on it and your name on it. Another bank statement. Get him a member in the Sam's Club. Get him a member of BJ's. I don't know where you live in Utah, but whatever you can do to tie you. What you want to do is you want to tie each other's name together. I know you want to get the green card application in the mail. You want to get it going. You want to go, okay, we're waiting on the green card. But when you wait for the green card, you want to wait for something that's going to come in within 4 months approved without having to go to another visa interview, right? So wait the extra time. Wait for bills to come in. Wait for bank statements to come in. That's what you want to do. Get him on the house. Get his name on the house, on the title to the car. Put the title of the car in your green card application with your name and his name on it. Let me think here. I mean, there's just so much. I know you're in a hurry to do it, Denise. I was in a hurry too, but I knew if I filed for the green card with Karina after a week of being married, that was not enough evidence in there to prove a bona fide relationship. Okay, we made it through the green card application. The K1 visa application. We made it through that. But now you're repeating the process all over again for the green card. Right? So it's just, Denise, if you can just hang in there another 30 days and put a strong green card package together with all the stuff I just said, you're not going to have to go to another visa interview. You're going to get the green card in the mail. Josias, I'm a programmer, but I love everything about the United States market and jobs. There's a lot of opportunities. Absolutely. There are tons of opportunities in this country. Okay. Right now, California and New York are not business friendly. Those two states are not business friendly. So the other 48 states are good. I think so. Seattle, Washington State, I don't know if that's friendly, business friendly, kind of. But Nevada is business friendly. Florida, Texas, they're business friendly. Low taxes. If you come to Florida and make a lot of money, okay, Joe Biden's going to want to take a bunch out of the federal taxes because we got to keep paying for his vacations in Delaware, okay. But Florida is a tax-friendly place. You don't pay any income tax on the money you make. So when you live in a state that's tax-friendly, people get richer. They have a better standard of living. In states like California and New York, the government's kicking back, making lots of money off of you, off your sweat equity. Governor Newsom is making all kinds of deals. And the people of California are suffering. Okay? They're suffering. Same in New York, like for Francois. The taxes are insane. The higher the tax base, and Biden wants to raise corporate taxes, and he wants to raise taxes on if you're in the stock market, if you sell and buy stocks, he wants to jack up the tax on stocks to 50%. So what does Joe Biden want to do? He wants to take half of what you make in taxes. Why does he know how to spend your money better than you? And what did he do to earn that money? Not a darn thing. Okay, he's a typical socialist like Maduro and Chavez in the past, and Castro in Cuba. A typical commie. Let me see here. So Denise, just wait it out. Get more evidence, Denise, please. Diego, you can always send Karina to a Go model in which you guys will stay millionaires. Karina is absolutely gorgeous. You're muy hermosa.
Yeah.
Okay. And Karina said, you are also from your picture right here in the YouTube. So you guys, both you ladies are equal look in good looks. Josias, if you're a computer programmer, high tech, big tech's hiring people. God's Power Thomas, sorry, I meant 219, 221, 222 W2, but not 2023. You got to have a 2023 W2. It's May of 2024. Taxes had to be filed by April 15th, 2024. When you file taxes in 2024 for your 2023 income, you got to include your W2 from 2023. So you need a copy of it. Josias, I'm using my time here in Argentina to learn the most about green card application. So we start to fill out the forms with my information that we can buy that can buy the time. Yeah, stay busy. But Osias, what you need to do is get off your rear end and buy a plane ticket to America like today. Get and buy the ticket. Give yourself a few days to go to the pharmacy and get some medicine to help you with your little problem, which isn't a big. It's a fungus is no big deal. Okay, you get a fungus in your toe, fungus in your fingernail. Just get the medicine, get to America, and get on the insurance. And I don't know, Karina, do you want to be a model? I don't know. Maybe she could. Maybe she could be a model. What do you think, Denise? Your opinion is always good with us. Let me see here. Katie Black, hi Diego and Karina. My petition was approved April 22nd. You get a Mountain Dew salute. It took 8 months and 2 weeks. Now waiting to hear from the NBC. Good job, Katie Black. Salute. Francois, why isn't New York business friendly? Okay, let's go. I could spend all day on here going on about New York and how they tax everything. Let's take the bridge, for example, going from New Jersey into New York. There's a bridge, right, that goes from New Jersey into New York. Truck drivers have to pay $25 to the government of New York to go across that bridge. That's $25 one way. They deliver the stuff. Then they got to come back and pay another $25. That's $50. Where does that? And they got to make that trip every day. Let's suppose they do that every day, 6 days a week, right? And that's 52 weeks in a year. That's $15,600 you got to pay to travel over a freaking bridge. What happens to that money? It goes to the government of New York. What does the government of New York do with that money? They give it to illegal immigrants so they can stay in hotels. They give them credit cards so they can go buy food. What about the taxes on your property? Property taxes. I think New Jersey, California, and Texas, even though it's a red state, it's got very high property taxes. They're crazy. The property taxes in Texas are insane. But they're worse in California, and they're worse in New Jersey and in New York. If you live in Florida, the property taxes on this house would be 5 times the amount if I lived in New York or in California. In New York, you got to pay taxes on your income. In California, you got to pay taxes on your income. Here in Florida, you don't. You know, if I make X amount of money, I pay Biden his share so he can go on vacation. And then I don't pay the state of Florida anything. It's tax friendly. Let me see here. Francois, I could talk all day about the horrible tax base of New York State. It's not business friendly. People are closing their businesses in New York and they're moving to Florida. The same in Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois used to be the financial hub of the United States. Guess what's the financial hub now growing? Miami. People, all these investors that lived in Chicago are selling and closing their businesses. They're closing their investment portfolios and they're moving them to Florida. Jeff Bezos, he used to live where? In Washington State, right? He created Amazon. Washington State decided they're going to create this massive tax on stocks. And Jeff Bezos would like to sell and deal with stocks with his company. Well, the tax on his stocks went exponentially through the roof. So Jeff Bezos told the state of the government of Washington State to pack sand, and he moved his operation to Miami. It's business, guys. Larry Piercy, Democrats, Francois. Democrats think that Now, the Democrat Party, okay, doesn't exist anymore that I remember. The Democrat Party now in America is the Communist Party, okay? And the Republican Party is no better than the Democrats. The Republican Party today is kind of like the blue collar Democrats back in the 60s when Kennedy was president. I'm an independent. I don't like either party because the Republicans and the Democrats are both ripping you off from taxes, in my opinion. Francois, if I could bounce out of New York at the moment, Larry, I would, but gotta wait before I can do that. Yeah, Francois, you make sure you get your beneficiary into America, get married, get his green card in his hand, then get the heck out of New York. Espai, how long does it take for permanent residence in general? 4 to 5 months from applying for the green card. Larry Piercy, you're losing money. Francois, yeah, she's losing money in New York by the taxes alone. But she's got to wait for her future husband to get his green card. Josias, thanks, Diego, for all the questions answered. I will be going back on Monday to talk more and more questions. Josias, on Monday, you're going to be telling me that you have your plane ticket to America. I don't want to be on here chatting with Josias in Argentina. I want to be on here chatting with Josias in America. You already got your freaking your K1 visa. What are you waiting on? Okay, so you got this fungus thing going on. Go to the pharmacy, get some medicine. So it will tide you over until you get on insurance, and then you get it taken care of here. Go buy your plane ticket. Larry Piercy, Trump 2024. Okay, Larry, you get the last word. We're out of here. Have a fantastic weekend, okay? And enjoy your Sunday. I'm taking Karina on driving lessons tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday at what time? 6 p.m. Central. Larry Piercy gets the last word.